So I put on chapstick, so we're officially ready. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4.
Maybe.
I'm sorry, I didn't think about that. Welcome to episode 4 of the Creative Thought Podcast. I'm James.
Yup.
I'm not even going to say it anymore. Yep, that's what he said. And today is a special episode, number 1, because we are honoring a legend, a king, who just yesterday had passed.
At the time of this recording.
At the time of this recording on, what's today's date? August 29th, yeah. Chadwick Boseman had passed away after a 4-year battle with colon cancer, and it was kind of a shock to everybody. He had posted a few pictures earlier in the year where people were kind of concerned for his health, but we really hadn't gotten any word. But, in light of what happened, now we truly know. So we just wanted to do a special thing to honor him and kind of highlight, what he means to the community as a whole. Actually, one thing, because this wasn't going to be the main topic, but I saw something on Instagram that kind of had me going last night. So I felt like there would be something to address.
Address it right now.
Yeah. So let's check this out. I went on Andy Serkis Instagram because I was just going through a few of the characters who were in the
Actors.
Among the actors in the Black Panther movie, because the Black Panther as a whole was just it was not just a movie, it was an experience. It was a movement. Like, you had people dressed up in their traditional African attire. They were having entire cookouts in the movie theaters. So that was like it was crazy to see. It was amazing to see how just when the Black community has that representation, we go all in.
Yeah.
We go
all
in.
Around the world. They went all in.
Yeah. That was no small thing. So I was just kind of going through different Instagram accounts of the celebrities. I was just seeing just who had made a response, who hadn't. But I wasn't necessarily just looking for anything. I just wanted to see who had come out. And I saw Angela Bassett had made a couple posts on Chadwick Boseman's passing, because everybody knows they were very close. They almost had a mother-son relationship. And I went to Andy Serkis account, and a lot of people had not posted on Chadwick Boseman's passing yet. And I knew that a lot of people wouldn't, just because that's not the primary thing to run to social media. But some people think different, and that's what we're talking about today. So Andrew Serkis' last post was maybe 5 days ago, had to do with I think it was a new Batman movie.
I don't know.
That was coming out. Yeah, about the Batman movie that was coming out. And I saw a comment under there that said, "So you're not going to post about Chadwick Boseman?" ? And
the news was less than 5 hours old at that point.
Less than 5 hours, and that just it's also partially my fault. Maybe they were asking it in a nice way.
I don't think so. They were asking it in a "why haven't you talked about it yet?" for me. They felt entitled to Andy Serkis' feelings and thoughts on this other celebrity who passed away. So they're looking at, why aren't you serving me? They felt entitled to other people's grief.
Yeah.
And that's what happens a lot online. It's unnecessary. They need to be checked for it. And I can understand why you're upset.
Yeah, and thankfully, I looked at some responses, and some people were like, "Hey, chill."
It would have been like, "Shut your
shut your butt up." But yeah, and I was like, because what's the expectation with that? If they don't post, it's like, if someone who's going to pose that question in that way, so what are you assuming? Are you assuming that they don't care?
Yeah, a lot of people do that, and that happens without celebrities as well. There's different ways people show and express their grief, and one way that you might express your grief towards someone else's loss might not be what they feel they need,
Right.
and then they'll flip out. Or if you see someone else had a loss and they're not reacting in the way that you think they should, you're going to think that, oh, you didn't care about this person. Oh, you probably glad that they're gone, when that's not the case. The way that they're processing grief is the way that they process it. And it has nothing to do with you, and you shouldn't feel entitled or project how you grieve onto others.
Right.
And I think when it comes to celebrities, because they were in this movie together, you expect them to put something out quick, fast, and it's almost like for us, when they are in a point of most likely turmoil, hurt, sadness, and feeling a loss, and they need to process that. And that's more important than putting out a statement on social media for everybody else to see.
Right, right. And, you know, my sister had said a similar thing had happened when a young actor, Cameron Boyce, passed away. He was a Disney
Yes, I know
child
what you're
actor.
talking about. I want you to say that.
And I remember when he passed away, that was a shock. That
It
kid
was a shock, yeah.
young. A lot of talent, too. But certain fans were kind of attacking China on social media because she was not immediately responding or immediately coming out with a statement after he had passed. Now, she ended up posting a video the next day, but it was like, you know, she said, I had to step away because it seemed like it wasn't real. And from what I understand, those two were best friends. So, you know, celebrities are human beings. Like, it's not like they're less susceptible to emotions and stress and pain. They're human beings just like the rest of us. They're just more widely known. That does not mean they don't need to take time for themselves to process grief, to recover, to internalize, accept it, you know, just look at it for themselves, take some time away from other things. Those are all necessary steps for all of us. Now, I'm not saying that everybody's going to process it all the same way, because I know people who, you know, they experience loss, you know, they're going to put it on social media. People are just social like that. Whereas, like, if you experience pain, you know, you want to reach out. You want to touch more people. You want to have that interaction, have that public expression of how you're feeling. But other people, you know, you experience pain, you need to take some time to yourself. So you just kind of draw back. You go through your process, and then you come back later. And
some things don't even need to be expressed and shared on social media.
right.
Like, I don't got to share every aspect of my life with you. You're not entitled to that. And a lot of people feel that they are. Well, why aren't you saying something on your life about this? You know, like, we need to know about this aspect of your life. There's some things that need to remain private. And a lot of people don't get that because they feel like you're a celebrity. I get to know everything about you.
And that's not the case at all.
It's not.
Now, one thing that I kind of thought about was cases where they may have to publicly address issues, like in the case of Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. Like, when the rumors of this quote unquote entanglement had come out, eventually it got to the point where they're like, okay, we need to kill this noise.
Well, they've had rumors for years, and the only reason they said something now is because someone who was directly involved said something. Before then, it was just rumors.
Just speculation.
I think they're doing this, I think they're doing that. Someone came out and said, hey, we had this going on. And because of the platform Jada Pinkett has, the Red Table Talk, where she's talking about things where people need to heal and get everything out in the open so there can be reconciliation. If she didn't do that, that would have hurt her brand.
Very true.
So because someone that was directly involved said, "Hey, I was directly involved," and they ain't say nothing, she would have lost credibility on her show. So those issues had to be addressed publicly because they were brought out publicly. When it was just rumors, they could have ignored it. That's, like that is something totally different when it comes to like someone passing away. You guys are in a movie together. You guys seem close. And then they're like, "Hey, why aren't you saying something? Why aren't you saying something? I need to see you say something. Obviously, you don't care about him." Like, who are you?
That's a slap in the face.
Yeah. Like, who are you?
That doesn't take
I'm
into
going
regard.
through something, and you're telling me I'm not doing enough. Like, you need to get out of here. Blocked.
Like Will Smith when what was that comment you saw?
Yeah.
That screenshot where he's like,
That was funny,
That
though.
was funny. You're blocked. That was funny. I can't remember what that comment was, but
More like Miss Charlene. Blocked.
he said. But it's like you have to think about it. These stars, these celebrities, spend months together in close proximity, building a relationship with each other, working on these movies. It's and they know it gets to the point where they know each other so personally. Like I mentioned before, Angela Bassett and Chadwick Boseman, they were very close, extremely. That relationship is just like wonderful. And then his relationship with Denai and Lupita as well. That was,
Yeah, they all look like a really close unit.
yeah, they're a family. So when something like this happens, like I don't even think Lupita and
I wouldn't
Denai,
expect people to run to social media right now
yeah,
because the loss is great.
they haven't. One person I did see who had posted, or a couple actually, was Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo?
Ruffalo.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I don't know.
Ruffalo?
I'm sorry, Mark. But Mark Ruffalo and Sterling Brown had posted to there, so I'm like, okay, they probably took the time to process, and that's their own thing. Mm-hmm. But that's their way. They're able to do that. And Denzel Washington had also released a statement on Chadwick Boseman's passing, since Denzel was a significant part of Chadwick Boseman's life and career. And he said he was a gentle soul. He said he was a gentle soul and a brilliant actor.
A brilliant artist.
Brilliant artist.
Yeah.
So these are a few people who just, you just have to take it how you take it. No one can tell you how to grieve, how you're supposed to grieve. Oh, you're supposed to be able to come out immediately and say something, or you shouldn't be posting on. So I've seen that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you shouldn't be posting on social media.
Yeah, like someone will comment under someone else's post when they're grieving. Oh, you need to stay away from social media. I'm like, what?
Yeah, people try to dictate other people's lives just because of how they expect things to go.
Like, and who are you? Like, it bothered me, but it's, man, we lost a good one, and we lost a few good people this year, but just the influence he had, just the range he had.
Yeah.
He played James Brown.
Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, I forgot.
42, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I remember seeing that movie in theaters.
And who else he played? Thurgood Marshall. He was about to play the Black Samurai. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, there was a running joke that he plays every famous black person in history.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I think Anthony Anderson said at one point on, when he was on hosting something, he was like,
yeah.
Chadwick Boseman is playing me right now. Because, he was really good at that. I loved Jackie Robinson, knowing about him growing up. So that's, I wanted to, playing T-ball as a kid, I wanted to be like him. Hearing James Brown music as a kid, I really wanted to be like him. I was like, dude, I'm black and proud too, man. And then it's like, once you once I got to a certain age, my the love for Spider-Man was eclipsed by the love for Black Panther. So I was like, he brought all three of these people to the silver screen, played them well. Every role he got,
Yep.
he was amazing in. He gave his best every single time. And this is a sad loss. If there's few celebrities I would like to meet, and he was one of them that I would have loved to meet.
So, what really got to me was last night after I found out the news, I was kind of just scrolling through Twitter because, just to see the general impact. And somebody had reposted a video. I listened to it and it messed me up. He was at an interview for, an interview right before Black Panther had come out. It was him, Lupita, Denai, and Michael. And he was talking about a fan had messaged him stating that I think it was either a kid's friend or this child's parent. They said that this child was trying to hold out. They were terminally ill with cancer, and they were trying to hold out to wait for the premiere of Black Panther. And, he was like, initially you just read that and you're like, wow, I gotta go do something because, well, first of all, when you're an adult, you think, why would a child just think so much of a movie? But he said when he was a child, he would have that same feeling when it comes to things like, okay, coming up on your birthday, coming up on Christmas. But this child was looking at Black Panther in that way, not just for Black Panther being a movie, but this was a movie for the culture. And he realized that it's so much more important. It means so much to the community. It means so much to this person that they were trying to hang on to dear life to at least see the movie. And he said, the child didn't make it, and he broke down in that interview. And this was 2 years into his battle with cancer. Mm-hmm. So that really, and only now do we understand. Not even understand. Do we know? Like, get a glimpse of what he was going through at that time. Like, I can't imagine hearing that from a fan and then you battling with something similar yourself. Dang, that's a lot to take on. I mean, Chadwick Boseman, he was incredibly strong. I mean, he wasn't just a great actor, but he continued to deliver even in his battle. I can't remember who said it, but they said he was going through multiple surgeries, going through chemo, and still going and doing other movies and stuff. I mean, he dropped The Five Bloods, Black Panther, the Avengers movies, like
Marshall, 21 Bridges.
And just the fact that that he recognized how important his tasking was. He was like, hey, I'm going through a lot, but that doesn't mean I can stop, because he understood that it's more than just acting. It's more than just putting out movies. He's really doing this to speak to the culture, to make an impact. So really kudos to Chadwick Boseman for being the king that he is, and for really setting the example that he set for all of us. That's really all I have to say about it.
Yeah, that's all we got for today.
But yeah, I mean, take this time. Everyone grieves in their own way. I know we will never feel the way that those who knew him personally and his family will ever feel. So we just, to his family, we pray that you just, grieve through this in your way, in a healthy way. We hope that, you pull through strong. We just pray that everybody stays up. 2020 has been a tough year, but we're still going to make it through.
And I want to say this. You never know when your time or someone else's time is up. Like, all you know is you have now. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know what other people are going through. And in that light, always be kind. Always sow grace. Always show love. And tell people how much you care about them while they're here. You don't know what battles they're going through. You don't know if you're going to be here tomorrow. So always show love. If there's people you haven't seen in a while, say hello. See how they're doing. Check up on your friends. Check up on your family. Like, I love my alone time. I'm sure he does too. And there's people that we care about, and we have to reach out to them, show love to them, because the phone does work both ways. Just because someone isn't reaching out to you doesn't mean you can't reach out to them. Maybe they don't feel like they can talk to anybody. Maybe you could help them with distracting them from whatever they're going through right now. Maybe they just need someone to listen to. Maybe you need someone to talk to. So take the time now to be with the ones you love, because you never know when their last day is. That's all I got.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to this special episode. Once again, rest in power, Chadwick Boseman. He was a king.
That he was.
All right. Y'all have a great day. We will see you next week. And James and Emery, since he never wants to say his name.
No, they know who I am.
Signing off. All right. Y'all have a good one. Peace.